When setting up parts in your Main Street software, each part will have to be assigned to a specific category. Now there are a number of categories already set up in your system, but you may need to edit those categories, and then you'll also want to probably add some of your own categories. So in order to do this, we're going to go to Point of Sale and choose Categories. In this category window, you can see we're in New mode. So we just need to first start off by typing in the name of the category. And you can make this whatever you'd like, whatever best describes it. Next, over to the right, we're going to need to pick the module. Now, if you do not have the auto and flat glass module, then you won't have to select that since you'll only have one or the other. And a category can only be one or the other. It can't be both. Next, you'll need to decide whether you want to add any property list to this category. Properties help better describe the parts that will be in this category of goods. That allows you then, when doing a ticket, if you don't know a specific part number, you can do a search by category, and then if the category has property, you can then pick specific properties, and it narrows down your search to only the parts that fit that category and those properties. Now you don't have to put in any property lists, but you can put in up to 4 property lists. So let's say on flat glass we wanted to have glass thickness as one property and color as another property. That's all we would have to do, is just pick which property list. After we have all that filled in, if you're using the General Ledger Accounting module, you'll need to go to the GL tab. And in the GL tab, you're going to have to select the General Ledger accounts that need to be posted to when you sell an item in this category. So here for our flat glass, when we sell an item, we want the revenue for the material portion to go into our flat glass material general ledger account, and then the labor we're going to go ahead and put into the flat glass labor, and then the cost account, of course, is going to be flat glass costs. If you don't have your full general ledger chart of accounts set up, you'll of course want to work on that before setting up all of your categories. And then our inventory controlling account is already in there. And then at this point, we have everything set up that we need. We can go ahead and choose Save. Now, if we want to edit existing categories that we have in the system, we can go up to the search icon and we can either double click the search icon, and then in the list we get a list of all of our categories that we have. The other option is we can click on search once, and then in the category field type in part of the name of the category and then hit search again, and then it would bring up just that particular category. Or if there were multiple categories that started with AN, we would get a list of all those categories in the list tab. From there we can edit this. So for instance, if we decided for annealed glass that thickness and color were the only 2 things that we really wanted for properties, we didn't want manufacturer, then we could click on the down arrow of that list and just choose none. And then we might need to also go in and change our general ledger accounts. So again, if you're using the full accounting and you have certain items that when you sell them are not posting to the correct general ledger accounts, you'll need to come in here to the category of that item and then change the general ledger accounts. And then if we wanted to delete a particular category, we don't want that we're not going to use that category. Again, we would just need to do a search. And then once we've done our search and pulled up that particular category, let's go find the one that we just did here. Flat glass. We'll choose Edit. Now if we just go to the top to the Delete icon, and it will allow us to delete this entire category. Now if this category is already attached to certain parts, you will get a warning that that category is set up for parts already in the system, and it won't let you just delete it. You'll have to go in and change those parts around to a different category. Before you start working on your categories, you may want to print out a list of the categories that are already in the system. To do that, you're going to go to Reports, POS, and Category List. And then you can print that out for both modules or just one of the modules. And if a particular category is not active and you don't want to see the inactive ones, you can leave that box checked. Choose OK, and you can see then that it lists the modules together, or the categories in the particular modules together, and it will have the category name, the property list assigned to that category, and then below it the general ledger accounts selected for that particular category.